It's time for my Week 7 Top 25. We've definitely got some movement in here, so without further ado, let's get into it. Miami, number one team in the country. They have the best resume in college football. Both Ohio State and Oregon had their best wins take hits this week, with Texas and Penn State losing. If you look around, you'll notice no Texas, no Penn State in this ranking. They do not deserve to be here given their current resumes, and they don't even look like they're rated as very good of teams with how they performed thus far. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, A&M are 4 through 6. They've all got pretty comparable resumes at this point, but I think Oklahoma's win against Michigan kind of outweighs all of the other wins those guys have at this point. Bama, Georgia, Texas Tech, Indiana, another quad of teams that I'm not like super fixed on what the order should be. I know the AP's got Texas Tech above Georgia. In fact, it has Indiana above all three of those guys. But at this point, I think the resumes are relatively comparable. I just like the fact that Bama has multiple really excellent wins versus Georgia and Vanderbilt at this point, despite the loss to Florida State, which I know Texas Tech and Indiana still have not taken losses yet. Georgia Tech and Missouri continue to rise as they continue to stay undefeated. Volunteers moving up just due to some other teams going down. Vanderbilt stays put at 14. I don't think they should be dropped heinously after losing a competitive game for the most part versus Alabama. So going to leave them there at 14. BYU continues to creep up there. They're 17th. Their resume is decently impressive at this point. They're still undefeated, which is nice. Can't be said about LSU and Michigan, but BYU also hasn't really been tested. They haven't played a certain caliber of opponent yet, and they play at Arizona this week. It's not going to change soon, but still undefeated. You're winning all the games you're playing. That's huge. Virginia jumping all the way up to 18. Another decisive road victory at Louisville. Did not see that one coming, with the Cavaliers showing it was more than just a one-game wonder there. They still do have the loss to NC State, which is not a very good loss. NC State, not a great team this year. Memphis continues to stay undefeated. They move up. And then this is where I've got a little bit of a twist compared to the AP poll. I think Nebraska and Cincinnati deserve to be ranked. I mean, Michigan has continued to win. That's Nebraska's one loss. They've now got a couple nice wins, including one over Cincinnati. And Cincinnati just beat the tar out of Iowa State, which I thought was a huge win. So would have felt silly to me to have Iowa State ranked and Cincinnati not. So I've got Cincinnati in there. But then would have felt silly to rank Cincinnati and not rank Nebraska. So the Cornhuskers are there at 20. Outside of that, I got South Florida back in the rankings at 22, above Notre Dame. You compare those resumes side by side. Notre Dame has 2 losses. South Florida has 1. They have a common loss in Miami, but they also have a common opponent in Boise State that South Florida beat more handedly. I think South Florida has the more impressive resume thus far, and their win at Florida looks even better now. So it's a no-brainer to me to put them there. If you're arguing that Notre Dame would beat South Florida if they played, you're talking about a power rating and not a ranking. Then we got Arizona State, Illinois getting another nice road victory at Purdue. They're back in the rankings. Just missed. We've got Iowa State still hanging around. Decent resume. Florida State's there. They did take that second loss. It's kind of ugly. You look at their resume, really does not hold up as much. Still a nice win over Alabama, but couldn't justify ranking them. USC, Washington, TCU all deserve mentioning. Huge win, come from behind win for Washington. They look like they could be a solid team overcoming the dynamics at play there. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think of my Week 7 Top 25?